Hi guys, so today's video is going to be some tips and tricks for diffusing your hair. In my last curly hair routine video that I posted, I mentioned that I like to diffuse my hair sometimes. Well, that sometimes has turned into pretty much every time I style my curly hair just because I love the results of diffusing. And I feel like there are a couple things that I do now that really make a big difference when it comes to diffusing my hair. I feel like it adds so much volume. It really gives me nice definition in my curls. I do feel like my curls actually last longer when I diffuse as opposed to letting my hair just air dry. Some of you had thought that it would be helpful to see me actually diffusing my hair, so I did go ahead and film that. I will insert some clips as I am talking about some tips and tricks so you guys can see the techniques that I use. I really don't do anything too special, but a lot of you did mention that it would be helpful for you to see it, so I did go ahead and film that. The very first thing I want to say is that I always let my hair air dry for about like 20 minutes before I go ahead and diffuse. This is just something that I've kind of noticed by trial and error. If I diffuse my hair from when it's soaking wet, one, it's obviously going to take a lot longer. Two, it's gonna be putting more heat on my hair than I actually need. And three, I find my hair comes out a bit more crunchy. So I really feel like it's softer and it's less frizzy when I don't diffuse from soaking wet hair. My second tip is to make sure you are layering your products. I am a big fan of the lock method. I mentioned that I have changed up my curly hair routine again, so I will be filming another one of those, but whatever routine I am following, I always make sure to follow the lock method. So that's a leave-in, an oil, and a cream. I really think it's the oil and the cream locking in the oil that makes the biggest difference for the softness of my hair. So if you are diffusing and you feel like your hair isn't the softest it could be, try layering your products and see if that helps. My third tip is to not stay in one area for too long. This is mainly just to preserve the integrity of the section you're working on. I generally use a warm heat setting when I am diffusing. I never use hot, and it obviously is going to take a little bit longer when you are using warm as opposed to the hotter air. But one, I feel like it creates less frizz, and two, again, it's just causing less heat damage. So what I like to do is stay in one area for about 10 seconds and then jump to the next straight away. Another thing that I always do is I flip my head over so I am upside down and I diffuse that way. This creates so much more volume, it creates so much body in your hair. In addition to flipping my head upside down and diffusing that way, I will also flip my hair side to side. This is really going to give you body and volume all over your head. So the same way I don't like to start drying my hair from it being soaking wet, I do not diffuse till it is 100% dry either. I feel like, again, this makes my hair more crunchy, more frizzy, so I tend to diffuse until I'm about like 85 to 90% dry. So after I have dried my hair to about 85 or 90%, I will go ahead and use the Cool Burst and diffuse my hair for about another minute or so. This really cools down the hair. I feel like it adds more shine, and I feel like it really seals the style. I hope you guys found this helpful. I know it's not rocket science or anything when it comes to diffusing hair, but I feel like these little tips and tricks or tiny little tweaks really make a world of difference when it comes to diffusing. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give this a thumbs up if you want to see more curly haired videos on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.